start the meeting of the Elmwood Park Public Library Board of Trustees for June 8th, 2026. Madam Secretary, will you call the roll?
Sure. Trustee Belandis. Here. Trustee Santangelo here. Trustee Monahan. Absent. Trustee Narayan. Here. Trustee Fosco.
Here.
Trustee Sugera.
Here.
Trustee Pesco.
Here.
We have a quorum.
You stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, there it is.
Oh, they
Okay.
can't move.
I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, our account balances, total cash on hand is $378,515. Our fiscal year 2026 to 2027 expenditures to date are $203,941. On our consent agenda tonight is the approval of the May 11th, 2026 board meeting minutes, the approval of the payroll for May 2026. Also for May 2026, the medical insurance approval, the acknowledgement of the treasurer's report, the approval of the IMRF payment for May 2026, and the approval of general fund disbursements for May 2026. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by trustee Segura, seconded by trustee Narayan. Any discussion on consent agenda? All right, Madam Secretary, will you call the question?
Sure. Trustee Belandis.
Yes.
Trustee Santangelo, yes. Trustee Narayan. Yes. Trustee Fosco.
Yes.
Trustee Segura.
Yes.
Trustee Pesco.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Awesome. I'm not going to dump out the whole board correspondence, but it's on the agenda for you of the different correspondence received. Someone from Meredith Zanani, something from a person known as Zolo, Ross Yevstranko, as well as Walt Viola, a few FOIA requests from Gerald R., from Mr. Gastola, and that takes care of the communications to the board. Time for public comment. Held in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. Mr. Gastola.
Hello, I'm Kevin Gastola, the editor of the Elmwood Park Advocate newsletter. It's my belief, based on data compiled by the library and an analysis by the library director, that there will likely be more cuts to hours of operation before the year is over. Under the same misguided logic that justified cutting the weekday evening hour between 8 and 9, there are hours after 6, as well as morning hours that do not meet the library's new standard. The Elmwood Park Advocate held a community conversation in this meeting room on May 30th. The newsletter also took the evening hours survey that the library had 24 trivia night attendees complete on April 30th, and we circulated this survey. In total, we collected about 64 responses that add to the tiny input collected by the library. Around half of respondents use the library after 6 p.m. multiple times per week, once per week, or a few times per month. For the most part, it appears that work schedule, not being able to visit during the daytime, is a major reason why residents use the library later in the evening. 46% of respondents were clear. The new 8 p.m. closing time Monday through Thursday is not enough, and it means that they will probably visit the library less often. 75% of respondents backed expanding hours on Saturday and Sunday, and 37.5% said this would be preferable to restoring weekday evening hours. We collected comments. A mother said that the library should have held public meetings at different times on different days before making the cuts. That way, taxpayers with different availability could attend. One resident argued, although the new closing times will have little or no effect on my being able to use the library, I think it could be a huge disservice to others, especially students and working parents. And for this reason, I'm opposed to the new hours. In times like these, a public library is a more important resource than ever, and the hours should be expanded, not reduced. Another resident harshly stated, I'm highly concerned as to why the library never seems to have anything new. Books are hardly ever ordered. This new library administration is doing as horrible as expected, considering they have no actual librarian in charge. One more resident said, though it may not affect me directly as I am retired and available during the day, I fear the reduction in hours will greatly affect students and working parents. I also object to the underspending of budgeted funds for books and updated library materials. A 40-year resident told us, I do not mind the loss of weekday hours. I would prefer to see these hours migrated to longer weekend hours, which I feel could benefit more of the community. And finally, a longtime resident said, It was unfair that the community is not asked by the board and village what they want and need and just do what they want, but this is very typical. I have lived here for 38 years and it's always the same. Very little input from the people who live here and pay taxes on their homes. And then just one correction, the village and the school board list our requests as being from the Elmwood Park Advocate, not from myself, because I'm not doing it for my own personal reasons, I'm doing it for the newsletter.
Duly noted.
Thank you, Mr. Gastola. Okay, moving on, library director's report.
You have a letter in there with a lot of information. Hopefully everybody will read it. If you have any questions, forward it to me. The only thing I have that's not in there that I'd like to discuss, this past week in our event, we had over 306 or 7 people here for our opening of summer reading. And we're planning to have a closing of summer reading at the end in conjunction with the school board. So we're going to do something together at the end of school year at the end of summer for all the students in Elmwood Park. Any questions, concerns?
It's amazing. What was the response like out there? What was
We're
like?
excited.
Yeah.
You know, even with the weather, we spent a little bit more money than we normally do. We had the jumping, kids love the jumping part. And our next big one is going to be the Touch a Truck event, which we're doing with the village. And then hopefully in the future, we do one with the veterans. That's next.
Yeah.
So,
All right, strongly suggest you read the director's report in your packet. So moving on to the building committee, Chair Santangelo, any update?
No, no,
All right, the bylaws, goals, policy, personnel, Chair Trustee Segura.
No update today, Mr. President.
All right, thank you. And Finance Committee, Audit Committee, Trustee Belendez.
Nothing too new to report. The audit process will begin in July, and it should be done by October.
All right, cool, thank you. Moving on to unfinished business, do I have a motion to approve the addition of a professional library vacation section to be added to the personnel manual regarding vacation time with this verbiage: newly hired full-time employees and positions requiring a Master's of Library Science, MLS, degree who possess 3 or more years of full-time professional library experience shall receive 4 weeks or 150 hours of annual vacation upon hire. Do I have a motion to add that to
I'll make the
the
one.
personnel manual? Trustee Santangelo, do I have a second? Seconded by Trustee Narayan. Okay. Any discussion on this? Basically, just adding this paragraph. If you look in the back of your packet, it's the last page of your packet. Last page of your packet shows the page in the personnel manual that it's going to be going in under the vacation allotment determination.
So as soon as
It's page 32 of the personnel manual.
someone gets hired, they automatically get 4 weeks vacation.
No,
No,
does
It says newly hired full-time employees.
with 5 years, with how many years experience? again?
With 3. Yeah.
3 years professional experience. That
Right.
doesn't mean necessarily at our library, at any
Correct.
library, right?
Correct. Any other discussion on it? All right, be there no other discussion, we can call the question, Madam Secretary.
Trustee Belendez.
No.
Trustee Santangelo, yes. Trustee Ryan? Yes. Trustee Fosco?
Yes.
Trustee Segura?
Yes.
Trustee Pesca?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, under new business, do I have a motion to approve the authorization of the board president to request an amendment to the intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Elmwood Park and the Elmwood Park Public Library?
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Belendez, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Trustee Segura. Okay, so what this is this is the agreement we already had in place, and I need to request the village to extend that out to February so that if our runway takes us past the tax certificates that are coming in from the village collecting, because if you remember, we had a problem with the tax collection, right, with the software, and it's all taken too long time to come in, and our burn rate is still our burn rate, right?
The collections are delayed
Right,
because the bills weren't delayed.
right.
So this will be a bridge like we did last time.
So that if we need operating funds, the village can give us the operating funds through the
Right.
intergovernmental agreement.
Correct. We have enough funds to go through the month of July.
Yeah, and we're not passing the agreement now, we're just giving me the approval to request that of the village, that they adjust the dates.
Similar to the one we had before.
Correct.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, it's going to the same one, but the date's going to be adjusted, and one reference to 2025, or 2025 will be adjusted. Any other discussion on that? Pretty straightforward. Okay. Go ahead and call the roll on the question.
Trustee Belangus?
Yes.
Trustee Sanford, yes. Trustee Ryan? Yes. Trustee Fosco?
Yes.
Trustee Segura?
Yes.
And Trustee Pesca?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Awesome. Do I have a motion to adopt resolution number 2027-02 as presented in your packet?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by trustee Segura. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by trustee Belendis. Any discussion on that resolution for the levy? It's all spelled out in pretty much in the agenda for you. This is our levy for this year, so. Any discussion? All right. Madam Secretary, we call that question.
Sure. Trustee Belangus?
Yes.
Trustee Sanford, yes. Trustee Narayan? Trustee Fosco?
Yes.
Trustee Segura?
Yes.
Trustee Pesca?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, and do I have a motion to adopt resolution number 2027-003 as presented in your packet?
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Belendis, do I have a second?
I'll
Trustee Narayan. All right, and this one is authorizing the intergovernmental interagency library card agreements to allow the director for when they're doing card agreements with local community entities such as schools and agencies, he can do that on his own. Did I frame that right?
Correct. It's standard every year we've been doing this.
Yeah. All right. Okay, will you call that question?
Trustee Belangus?
Yes.
Trustee Sanford, yes. Trustee Narayan? Yes. Trustee Fosco?
Yes.
Trustee Segura?
Yes.
And Trustee Pesca?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Also, do I have a motion to approve the closing of the library on July 9th for Staff Development Day and participation in a joint community program with the Village of Elmwood Park Touch a Truck event from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by trustee Segura. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Trustee Belendis. Any discussion on that one? So they're going to close for a staff day during the day to do training, et cetera, and then go into the truck event that night.
That's tomorrow.
No, July 9th,
Oh, July 9th.
not
Okay.
June 9th. Oh, that'll be tomorrow.
Did I say June?
No,
No, I thought, I
okay.
was thinking.
SK said that's tomorrow.
Got it, okay.
No, it's July 9th. If I'm
Any-
reading it right.
Any other discussion on that? All right, Madam Secretary, will you call that one?
Trustee Belangus?
Yes.
Trustee Sanford, yes. Trustee Narayan?
Yes.
Trustee Fosco?
Yes.
Trustee Segura?
Yes.
Trustee Pesca?
Okay. All right, cool.
Trustee Pesca?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, passes. All right, do I have a motion to enter an executive session pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2C21 for the purposes of reviewing meeting minutes of meetings lawfully closed under the Open Meetings Act, including the semi-annual review of executive session minutes and determination of whether the need for confidentiality still exists as to all or part of those minutes.
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Narayan.
I'll second.
Trustee Segura. Probably no discussion on that, so go ahead and call the question.
Sure. Trustee Belangus?
Yes.
Trustee Sanford, yes. Trustee Narayan? Yes. Trustee Fosco?
Yes.
Trustee Segura?
Yes.
Trustee Pesca?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, then we are in executive
Oh,
session.
wait, what time? Oh,